Welcome to KBN Sports Talks. I'm Kevin, and we're on our final division in my MLB Division predictions. And last but not least, we have the American League East, probably the most difficult division from 2 to 4, because everyone is so close in this division, is so up and down that you do not know who to pick. Except for number 1 team, pretty obvious, but we'll get there. Finishing 5th in the American League East, I have the Baltimore Orioles. This team is going to be someone to reckon with, just like the Mariners are in the future. They are so young, it's not even funny at this point. They have rebuilt, and yes, they don't spend money, and their owner really is stingy with that, but they're very young. Their pitching staff is 30 and below, except for like 4 people, or 4 players. There's like 4 or 5 veterans in their pitching staff. Their 1-2 punch is both veterans, with John Means and Matt Harvey. The Dark Knight, everyone remember him, Matt Harvey? He is an amazing veteran to have with your young pitching staff. And in the bullpen, it's the same way. They have these veterans that have been around, that know what it's like to be an ace like Matt Harvey and to be a dominant reliever. They have that. Yes, they may be old and past their prime, but it's still an amazing thing to have to help develop the youth and your prospects. And then it's same with their hitting. Their hitting is very young. Their leader, in my opinion, is Freddie Galvis. He is someone that nobody really talks about. He is an amazing player. He is a dirt devil. He gives everything he has, and nobody really talks about him. And he's the leader of this team, in my opinion. And then they also have Mountcastle. They have Hayes. They have Cisco. They have these young players that are the future of MLB. They have a great young team, but it's a matter of, can they develop them where they're going to be the future stars that they have the capability to be. And they also have 2 players that nobody really knows about, which is Pedro Severino, who's 27, he's a catcher. He's going to be a great catcher. I know he's 27, but he's someone that nobody really talks about. He's a great hitter for a catcher. He can hit pretty well. And then you have Ryan McKenna, center fielder. He is 24 years old, and he is going to be someone that may not get a lot of innings this year in playing time, but he's going to be a player to see in the future how he develops. Because in my opinion, I think he's going to be pretty good in the future. Not this season, he may not get a lot of innings, but in the future he will be. Who I have finishing 4th in the American League East is the Boston Red Sox. They are my favorite team, as if not anyone can notice with the poster behind me. They are my favorite team, and I am not biased. I put them 4th because they don't have pitching. Their offense is just like last year. They have great offense, but they have to be more consistent. They have great young talent when they've added Verdugo. That is probably one of the best pickups. I know they got rid of Mookie Betts, but I think Verdugo is going to be a Mookie Betts in the future, a great player. They have Devers, who, yes, I know has been up and down with his batting, but he is still a young, promising star. And then you have Vasquez as catcher, a great catcher. You have all these young and veteran stars, and then you also have Bogarts and Martinez that are basically the leaders of this team. And that is a great mixture to have. You have Bogarts, great fielding, and a great bat. Then you have Martinez, a great bat, and a great veteran. Mixing in with all the young talent, they are going to be, just like the Orioles, they are rebuilding, but they also have a great solid core. And then their pitching, they have Evaldi as their starter, and they still are missing Erod, and they're missing Chris Sale. They're both need to stay healthy, and Chris Sale needs to be able to pitch a full season without going down. That's what his problem is. But if he can fix that, then he will be fine, and they will be fine, as they still are missing Chris Sale and Erod in their rotation. And what that does too is gives their young rookies and prospects innings to start, so they can see what the Red Sox can see what they have in their farm system and what they have for talent. So they have a great future ahead of them if the Red Sox don't do what the Red Sox are known to do, which is blow it all out of the water. But we'll have to wait and see. This season, I don't think they're going to do as well as most people think. Hopefully, they do, but also I don't think they will. Finishing third in the American League East is the Tampa Bay Rays. Yes, I know they're coming off of a World Series appearance, but they're not what they were. Yes, I know that what did they have last year? But especially in the division that they're in and the talent that's been added into their division, I don't see them finishing second or even winning this division this year. But from 1 to 3, I know I said 1 to 4 is really tight, because who knows, maybe the Red Sox will pull something together, and maybe, but from 1 to 3 is the closest. The Red Sox can be 50-50, but from 1 to 3 is close in my opinion, because if the Yankees can't stay healthy, then who knows what will happen. But that goes with every team. But the Rays do not have enough pitching. They lost Snell. They lost Morton. Yes, I know they have Glasnow. But can he handle being the ace? Can he handle all that pressure? Because that's a lot of pressure. And their 4-5 pitching, 4-5 in their rotation, they're old. Rich Hill, yes, I know he's good, but is he past his prime? And Michael Wacha, he's very past his prime. I don't think that they have enough pitching to be able to get up there. Yes, I know they're batting. They have some good batters. They have young stars with Orozana, and they have Lau. They have young players, and they still have Kevin Kiermaier, I know, but they don't have enough to be able to compete in this division to be 1-2, in my opinion. So finishing second in the American League East is the Toronto Blue Jays. I have the Toronto Blue Jays finishing second because their pitching is the one thing that is worrying me. Their bullpen needs some help. They're young. They're young everywhere, but their bullpen needs some more veterans in it. And their pitching is good. They have Roanoke, they have Rinjin Ryu, good pitching, but from there on, they don't have nothing. And they're also missing Thomas Hatch, Robbie Ray, and Nate Pearson. They're on the IL for 10 days. If they get them back, they will be a great pitching team once they get them back. But can they develop off of that? And can Steven Matz, their third in their rotation, can he rebound from last year? Because he didn't win a game last year when he started. Can he rebound from last year? Because if he can, he is going to be a pretty good pitcher in this league if he can rebound. But that all matters if he rebounds. And TJ Zrunch, I can't say his name right. He is 25 years old. He is going to be a person in the future to be a power. And then to their batting. Where do I start? Their batting is probably the youngest and most talented in all of MLB. For veterans in their lineup, they have Marcus Semien and George Springer. Yes, I know George Springer is on the IL for 10 days. But those two alone for veterans, for what their prospects and what their young stars have for talent, those are the best two to have. Then you have, for their young stars, you have Kevin Biggio, 25 years old, third baseman. If his back can get like what they talked about, he's going to be a power. Bo Bichette, 23 years old, and he's already tearing it up in the big leagues. Then you have Teoscar Hernandez, right fielder. He's 28. He can hit home runs for days. Then you have one of the players that put in the most work this offseason, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He is only 22 years old, and he's already one of the faces of MLB. Then you have Gurriel Jr. He's 27 years old, and he's just like Bichette, Biggio, Guerrero, Hernandez, a young star. Then you have Randall Grichuk, who's probably not going to be the starter once Springer gets back, but it's still going to be a great person in that lineup. And then their catchers, both their catchers are very young and are going to be stars in the future, or one of the best catchers in the future. I can't wait to watch the Blue Jays. If they can stay healthy, they may win this division. But it was too close to call, so I had to put them second. Who I have winning the American League East is the New York Yankees. I don't like saying that because I'm a Red Sox fan, but how do you not pick the New York Yankees to win the American League East of what they've had and what they picked up in free agency with their pitching? They added Kluber and they added Talion. Those are two great pitchers to add into that rotation. You have Cole, Kluber, Guzman, Montgomery, and Talion in there. Great rotation right there. And they also re-signed DJ LeMahieu. That's a great. And they also, they also re-signed Sanchez, I believe, and Torres. Where are they getting this money? They're like the Dodgers. Where do you get this money from? I know y'all are the Yankees and the Dodgers, but where are you getting this from? But I also do see a lot of flaws. Are they going to stay healthy? Is Judge and Stanton going to stay healthy? Is Sanchez going to stay healthy? Is Torres going to stay healthy? If they don't, they're in trouble. The Blue Jays will strike, and I think the Blue Jays will take this division. That's how close it is. But it all matters. If the Yankees can stay healthy, then they will be unstoppable. But their pitching is the only problem I see. So that is my prediction for the American League East Division. We have 5th, the Baltimore Orioles. 4th, the Boston Red Sox. 3rd, the Tampa Bay Rays. 2, we have the Toronto Blue Jays. And winning the division is the New York Yankees. All my prediction videos for the divisions are done for this year. I hope you guys enjoyed that series. I will be coming out with a playoff prediction, and you guys will see who I predict as my World Series champion. Let me know in the comments what your predictions were for this division. Leave a like, subscribe, comment. Until next time, see ya!